up everybody, hope you're doing incredibly well. We are taking a break from the Faerun League today and we are looking into the Davit Kapiani Cup. I don't know who Davit Kapiani is, to be completely honest with you. We might look it up, we might not look it up. But what we do need to know, it is a cup in which I think every team in Georgia and now Faerun will play in. There are 49 teams. We've got a first round up to a final structure, so quite a few rounds to play. We were struggling to think who on earth are we going to watch as we go through this, and I thought, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to watch the highlight of every single team, Faerun and Georgia, in action here today. So, let's not waste any time, let's get straight to it. Well, that's not a good sign, is it? Full match details are not available for this fixture. We had Tbilisi 2016 up against Wit Georgia 2. Tbilisi 2016 won 5-0, courtesy of Nika. Davit? Oh, that makes sense that Davit scored in the Davit Kapiani's Cup. Georgie and Seba would send for, but it's basically, it goes by a group process, so I can only see the top of a group, we'll check in a second. And the High Harpers would have a pretty torrid start to the Davit Kapiani Cup as they were beaten 2-0 by Avanas in a rainy day as well. Missouri getting the first goal of the game. Hope would then send another indirect free kick over to Yergi. Yergi? I'm having a stroke. Anyway, the High Harpers nil, Avanas 2. Shattered Sanctum would travel to Dominanti. I've never had Dominanti before. They would win 4-0, however. Gribble with the first little mini cross into Bell, who would scoop that into the back of the net. I'm pretty sure the keeper should have done a better job about that, if I'm completely honest with you. Looks like a chilly day here as well. The Goblins would then go on the attack once again. Piddle with a fantastic cross over to Crusher. Crusher heading it into the back of the net. And 10 minutes before the end of the game, the Goblins thought, let's keep going for it. Gribble over to Grat, and it would be strun into Wasp, who would head it into the back of the net. And Olak with an indirect kick fed into the box. A little bit of a fight, we can't see because of the bloody floodlights again. But Nat would get the final goal of the game, making it Dominanti 0. Shattered Sanctum 4, and Emerald Grove would travel to Legione. I don't know where Legione is either, but look how we're about to get here. Korga, 1 minute into the match, putting Emerald Grove 1-0 up with a nicely taken penalty. Natty would then send a lovely ball down that left flank over to Ramira. Ramira, beautiful cross into the back of the net, and Korga heads the ball with what looks like a forehead backwards. Quite impressive. Bath now on the attack over to Ramira again. Ramira's just deadly down that left flank over to Elwin, who would head it into the back of the net. 3-0 Emerald Grove. And now Marcoyle over to Bath. Beautiful. What a pass that was. What a pass to Elwin. Elwin just had to put it in the back of the net. Ayla now with the indirect free kick. He only tries to head it away, but Marcoyle sends it into the horde. Someone got into the back of the net. I'm pretty sure it may have been Netty. And Olodon with the corner, back to Korga. Korga getting her hat-trick. And that would end the match. Legione 0, Emerald Grove 6. Oh, it's Olodon who got the other goal, by the way. And it would be another Faerun versus Georgia match. And once again, it would be Faerun coming on top. Not particularly surprising. They have demonic entities on their side. But the Dakota Bow would travel to Marani 2. Esajak getting the first goal of the game with a nicely taken penalty. With an awful defending. Esajak sends the ball over to Absigo, I want to say. Absigo? I don't know what they're called. Marani 2 would fight back, however. Oh, Grimlock with an awful bit of defending. I'm not pronouncing that guy's name, absolutely not. The game would end Marani 1. Bow 2. Bit of a nothing bagger of a match. The Underdark would go up against the Centurium. Absolutely nothing happened other than Grigo Gabalad would get booked. And Tsar Palace would go up against Rivington. Bit of a Faerun derby here. They're quite close by as well, aren't they? That fellow there, what a fantastic goal. The Georgian making it 1-0 to Rivington. However, Tsar Palace would fight back moments later. Nicely taken header by Savage for his sausage in. Savage making it Tsar Palace 1, Rivington 1. Also worth mentioning that best fella here missed a penalty. And again, once again, Faerun would have the last laugh over a Georgian team. They would travel to Iberia 2010. Flaming Fist on this rainy, ever so rainy day would capitalise on awful defending. Falcao just had to basically slip it into the back of the net, which he absolutely did. Nicely caught, taking corner. Back to Falcao. Falcao would get his second goal of the game. Poirier now with an indirect free kick over to that guy there. I mean, Nestor. 20 minutes left of the game. He would burst forward. Absolutely great show of speed. And he sets it up for Falcao on a platter. Falcao getting his hat-trick. Making the match Iberia 2010 0. The Flaming Fist 4. And an evil Faerun derby. Absolute would go up against Kreshielik. And 2 minutes into the game, Oren the Red would absolutely blast the ball into the back of the net, making it 1-0 to the Absolute. About 20 minutes later, Priestess got sent a lovely ball over to Ragslin, over to Flynn, back to Oren the Red. What a fantastic goal from Oren the Red. She is on absolute fire lately for the Absolute. Gortash now sends it over to Flynn, back to Oren the Red. Thought she was going to go for the shot. In fact, no, passes it without passing there. Who is that? Oh, draw Ragslin would score an absolute belter of a goal. The Absolute 3, Kreshielik 0. Baldur's Gate would travel to Rustavi 2, and the same league, I think. Dame Eiling running down. What an, oh my god, what a goal from Dame Eiling. What a goal. Take a bow of that woman. 20 minutes later, Dame Eiling would be back again with a beautifully taken penalty. Just at the half-hour mark, once again, Dame Eiling. This time she gets the assist over to Will Ravengard, who heads it into the back of the net. And who could it be but a wonderfully curved free kick by Dame Eiling. Rustavi 2-0, Baldur's Gate 4. Look at Dame Eiling. She has scored, eventually, 6 goals in 3 appearances for her now. By the time she's a free agent, she is going to be, whew, line up clubs, just line up. And we actually had a Georgia versus Georgia match. We had Kakani up against Dynamo 2 BT. Don't know who these teams are. And that fella there, oh wait, no, I thought he was going to score an absolute worldie, but instead, Dolce would have it into basically the back of the upper net, leaving it Kakani 1, Dynamo 2 BT. And Sana would go up against Korksheli, I want to say. 11 minutes in the game, absolute rocket of a goal going into the back of the net there. I mean, oh no, oh, I thought it was going to be a bit of bad defending there, leading to a goal. Could still be, actually. Could have done better, but it was a good counter-attack nonetheless. Janisha, 1 minute later, making it 1 apiece. And then Korksheli now coming it on for the attack again. Sends a low cross. Oh my god, beautiful half volley into the back of the net. Sana weren't done here, however. God, this weather's awful. That fella there, beautifully taken goal. Koredzi, I want to say Koredzi, making it 2 apiece. And then with just minutes to go, it would be that same man again, Koredzi. Beautifully taken. Same goal as always, I would say. Who is this man? Gogo Koredzi. 22-year-old Bulgarian now. He was formerly Georgian. Don't know how his takeover happened. I hope it wasn't any sort of war situation. He spent his entire career at Zena so far. Getting himself on the map, I dare say. And we'd have... fuck me, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce these teams. We'd have... Saim? How the hell do you pronounce that? S-A-R-S-A-I-R-M-E. Sami? We're calling Sami. Sami up against Sestaponi. And it would start off by Sestaponi with a nice little cross. Oh, that went straight through the keeper's arms. That should have been a save. Let's be absolutely true here. And however, oh, I think it'll be Sami now. Fighting back. What a goal. Absolutely fantastic goal. Rocketing into the back of the net there. However, Sestaponi, I like saying that name a little bit better. Sestaponi going on the attack here. What, my god almighty, another fantastic goal. It's been banger after banger in this cup here so far. That not so much. Nicely taken in direct free kick. The match ending. Sami 1, Sestaponi 3. And we would have another Georgia versus Faerun match. This time, however, we would actually see a result for the Georgian team. Makalela would go up against the Guild, and the Guild coming short here. See how... Oh, what an absolute fantastic goal by this fellow here. Mikhail will score him. Leaving it. Makalela 1 for Guild 0. And a Faerun-based team would actually host a Georgian team. Tiefling Grill would go up against Chikorama. Guix scoring the first goal of the game here. Does a little dance. He's well happy with himself. Making it 1-0 to Tiefling Grove. Cow would then run down that right flank. Sends a beautiful cross over to Gurix again. Gurix scored his second goal of the game in about 5 minutes, I dare say. And to really make sure the match was dead and buried, a fantastic cross would be buried. None other than Mole herself. Mole making it 3-0 to Tiefling Grove, ending the match in Tiefling Grove 3, Shikharimela 0. These two sound like twins going up against each other. We had Scurry go up against Soluri. Scurry and Soluri. Whoever scored first, Scurry would score the first goal with a nicely taken header. And Scurry at the arrow point. A beautifully taken cross over to the head of Janelzi, making it Scurry 2, Soluri 0. Oh, and for whatever reason, you cannot see the fixture result for this match here. Margvetti would go up against Meta. Margvetti would come away 1-0 winners. Meaning, let's have a quick check at the league tables at the moment. So, at the top of the first round, Group A, we've got Avernus on top, Shattered Sanctum on top of their group, Emerald Grove, even though it's only two teams in this group for whatever reason, they're top of theirs, Kota Bao, top of their group, Tbilisi, top of their group, and that's with the Deep Gnomes in as well, granted we've not played yet. The Underdark, top of their group, Rivington, top of their group, Flaming Fist, top of their group, The Absolute, top of their group as well, Baldur's Gate, Kikani on top of their group, Zayna, top of their group, Sestaponi, top of their group, Machikela, top of their group, Tiefling Grove, top of their group, Scurry, top of their group, and Margvetti, top of their group as well. The next set of rounds we will be seeing will be next week. We've got Avernus up against Tari, Bakmoro against Dominanti, Sam Gurali 2 up against Morali 2, Wit Georgia 2 up against the Deep Gnomes, Abudi up against the Underdark, Rivington up against Mesheti, Leakiv A up against the Absolute, Dynamo 2BT up against Chibati, Iveria up against Zayna, Sestaponi against Torpedo 2 KT, Ratcha up against Makalela, Shikamera up against Salkino. I'm really sorry, by the way, if you are Georgian having a listen to me trying to pronounce these teams. And we've also got Mekskali up against Scurry. We will catch you there, my friends. I think there is going to be a league match in between those two, but still, we will see you there. You have a fantastic day. Farewell.